Well, I was just inspecting a few of my newest U.S. Mint products I bought. It's not a whole lot. I purchased a couple silver proof sets. I was actually going through and taking a look at the first one I bought for the year. The was it 7 coin set for 2021 clad proof. And I have serious issues with this particular set, and I've never personally taken a kind of like a look at why I'd received here. And well, there's the 5 coin set. This one here. Sorry about the light. So you got the penny, nickel, dime, quarter, or $half rather, and the Native American dollar. Beautiful coins, by the way. And on this one right here, we have the two, two quarters. The Tuskegee Airmen and the Washington crossing the Delaware one shot. But let's talk about it. This one set right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to get as close as I can, but it's right at the bottom of the $half. There's a friggin' hair in there. There's like, it's not an eyelash. I can tell you that. It's a small, little, old, crooked hair. And we know where crooked hairs come from. Gross. No, it's not too crooked, but why is there hair in the encapsulation? It's not mine, that's for sure. The 2 coin quarter set has not only a pretty big scratch across the bottom right here as a keen, but the Washington crossing the Delaware quarter, I don't know, and I don't think you could see it from that vantage point. I can't get up close enough. But you see the 2021 Delaware, Washington, Delaware. You see that white haze compared to the Tuskegee Airmen quarter? Yeah, that thing has that milky white haze around the coin. And by golly, I would think that I got juked on this one. And it's not going to be the first time. It's not. So let's talk about options. Because obviously the price of U.S. Mint products has shot up through the roof and up people's butts. Because, everything has shot up like 20-25% price-wise. But when something like this happens, what do? You have very few options. You can either chalk it up as, oh well, the U.S. Mint quality is just PU. You can't really blame 2020 because we've seen a myriad of various U.S. Mint, boo-boos, errors out there, and just plain unsightly bad quality control. But this goes back many years. It goes back decades because I've actually had 70s, 60s proof sets with more than their fair share of issues. But at the time of issue, those sets weren't going for $85. Well, not the clad, but the silver proof set is pricey, in case you haven't figured it out. And a lot of that has to do with the silver content. And then there is also the courtesy U.S. Mint premium that they put on there. Because obviously by the time you factored in, the weights and measurements of the silver that's in these, and they're all 999 fine these days for like a penny, quarter, dime, and all that. It doesn't add up to what you would think would be $85 in melt value. It's actually considerably less by the time you crunch the numbers. All right, so we've come across some product, and it's going to be even more important these days because you have more expensive U.S. Mint offerings. You have a lot more various products across the board, and a lot of them are super limited. All right. God forbid, knock on wood, that you received, the last big release. What was that? The V75 Silver Eagle. And the coin has either white haze, it's got a fingerprint on there, or a scratch. There are a few things that probably I would tolerate. Some people have actually disliked the fact that their coin had a struck through wire bristle brush on their coin. All right, when in reality it is a strike through error. But what do we do? Okay, so you either keep the coins or you return them. Herein lies the problem. If you have one of those exclusive products that are very limited in nature, and we're going to take a look at a few of them from the past. There's no guarantee that the U.S. Mint has any more to give you. Now, through the kind of like the regular, because there's going to be a very, very small slight percentage of these products that get sent out that are either going to be damaged in transit. They're going to get lost somehow. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. I actually had a few products that were stolen out of the mail system, and pretty easy to see why. Okay, but the U.S. Mint generally has a small amount that they keep on the side for customer service issues and returns. Some people have even asked me, well, Sean, the U.S. Mint reserves the right to hand out whatever quality of coin they want to you. Whereas when they're dealing with their big-time customers with their service contracts that have the ability to order millions of dollars in product, they're going to give those people much better quality coins. And I hear that all the time, but I have to disagree. And the big reason why, they're not actively cherry picking these things based off of your status with the mint. They're just not doing that. And the big reason why I say that is that they have such a bad run of customer service issues that they can't afford to do stuff like that. When these sets are generally made through the U.S. Mint, and before they're even packaged in like the box and is sent out, to ship to its customer, they do a thorough QC process. Not thorough enough, okay? Now, I'm willing to give them a pass for last year because there's been a lot of just overall production issues in that case. But generally, they will inspect most of these, if not all, of the sets and coins before they're sent out. And it's really much more easier for the mint to reproduce a few hundred more sets or coins than trying to find another suitable set that they could cherry pick to send to you. So it doesn't matter if you're one of these big time hotshot, silver and gold dealers that you hear about online that buys $500,000 worth of silver proof sets. It doesn't matter if you're like me, low on the totem pole. Yeah, you buy one set because you want to add that set to your collection so that way you have it every year. It really does not matter. I think the U.S. Mint is trying to be less discretionary with these type of things and giving everyone kind of like this even playing field. But by the time these sets are assembled and they are collated and inserted into the box and sealed up, they don't actively open these things up before they put them into the shipping container with the invoice and all that. They just don't. I don't see them doing that anyways because it's a waste of their manpower, their time, their resources, you name it, whatever. But we get this and we see it all the time. Joe Blow gets 5 of these Silver Eagles that's coming out. One of them comes back with a smudge right on the coin. Well, you could return it. And more than likely, they will have some backfill to provide a replacement. More people want the replacement than a refund on things like this. And that's just standard natural attrition when it comes to the U.S. Mint product. The U.S. Mint errors, I like. Those are things I want to keep. Now, if I'm spending $2,000 on a Gold Eagle, I probably don't want that. I don't know. The lower dollar stuff, like presets and, just the basic stuff. Yes, I would be okay with a strike through wire or something, It's just really cool that way. But those are your two options. Now, I have returned some product back to the mint for replacement, and it's not a quick process. I think it generally takes about 30 days to receive a replacement. That's been kind of like the last time. By the way, the last time I had ever sent anything back to the U.S. Mint was about 2 years ago. I had ordered as a matter of fact, it was a West Point reverse proof Silver Eagle. I ordered a couple of those, and one of them came back with the milky white haze all over it. So I ended up sending that bad boy back because I didn't want to dip it or have to deal with all that stuff. And it was just going to be a coin that was going to stay in my collection anyways. It wasn't going to go off to grading or do any of that jazz. But they will accept returns, but you have to, it's so damn inconvenient, guys. You have to call just to make sure it's okay to send it back. And I think in one case they actually sent me a return label to send the product back, so that way it doesn't have to come out of your pocket. But yeah, I mean, no, the U.S. Mint does not actively cherry pick their inventory to send off and give preferential treatment to its more higher spend customers. They just don't do it. Right now they're in super atomic damage control with just the shitty customer service over the last 12 to 18 months on everything from website issues to crappy coins and my thing got lost in the mail. Speaking of lost in the mail, the one product that I encourage everyone to stay away from, and as tempting as this sounds, if you've never ordered this type of product, and it's going to take me like 10 minutes to get there because this wet computer's slow boat to China. If we were to identify any one singular type of product that you absolutely need to stay away from, it's any sort of bagged coins. I've ordered bagged S-Mint Business Strike quarters. I've ordered a few of them. Guess what? Didn't receive any of them. And I know exactly why. Case in point, American Innovation $1 coin 2020 rolls and bags. Now the rolls are fine because they actually put them in those plastic blow mold holders that keeps them nice and secure. So they're not going to roll around. They're not going to cling, clang, and bang all over the packaging. So you know that there was money in there. But the rolls, the bags, I'm telling you guys, whatever it is, the U.S. Mint does an absolute shit job at sending these things out and keeping it discreet. These coins are held in a small little canvas bag. And keep in mind, there are two things that you're going to absolutely hate about this product that you will more than likely swear not to buy any of these. First of all, the coins aren't that interesting. I mean, they're nice, for what they are, but when we're comparing these apples to apples with other U.S. Mint product or some other product outside the U.S. Mint, these things fall a few tacos short of a 12-pack. I'll be honest with you. But these coins are being shipped in the canvas bags, which are just loosely placed into a carton. And they are sealed up. They are labeled with your information, and they get sent out to you. Now, I trust the post office is about as far as I could throw them when it comes to theft, because I've had a number of items stolen out of the mail system that were intended for me. In total, I've only ordered 3 bags of something. I've ordered 2. I believe 2017 S is one of the America the Beautiful quarters. I ordered a 100 bag lot or 100 coin lot. I also ordered another one from the same year, and I also ordered the $100 face American Innovation Massachusetts with the telephone, the rotary phone thing on, because I thought it was cool, and I wanted really a 2019p bag of that coin because it's just cool looking. Guess what? all 3 of them got stolen out of the mail. Because obviously, when you're shipping these things and they're going through the mail service, you can tell that there's money in them. And guess what? Depending on weight, something happens within the mail system, and because it's being processed by one postal service employee to another, that's somewhere along the line, you're going to get someone that is not as trustworthy as what they claim to be, and your product is gone. All right. I've fought tooth and nail to try and get product back. No dice. You know, and it's not like you can insure any of this stuff because it's a monetary instrument. So stay away from bad coins. They are a crapshoot. They are incredibly risky. Sending money off in the mail anyways, that's not a check or cashier's check, is incredibly risky to begin with. And I know I can't, you know, there are people that don't share in my experiences with this particular product, but I've had an absolute crappy go of it. I am 0 for 3 on this product, and I encourage you, be mindful. It is an incredibly risky purchase if you were to buy these from the US Mint. And another thing to point out, because I said there was 2 things that you'll hate about this product offering that will make you hate it every time it comes up, is that you got to keep in mind, let's say you got lucky. You are part of the 25% of the customers out there that actually received their box with a $100 face of these coins. Well, what has exactly happened through the course of its shipment from the US Mint to your location, wherever it may be, California, it could be Florida, New York, it could be in the nation's heartland, it could be in Cancun, it could be in Canada, wherever. These coins have been clang-clanging and bashing and kind of like hitting each other en route to you. So, even though I've never personally had a bag successfully make it to me, I happen to know that even if you were able to get these in your hot hands, the quality will just be beautifully junk. Beautiful junk. The things are not, none of them are going to be gradable. I can tell you that. If that's your hot button, or if you just like to enjoy the coins for what they are, the coins will be an absolute dumpster fire of just pure nastiness. And yeah, they will look like hot fiery balls at the end of the day. But I can't even say I like the concept, to be honest with you. I mean, selling loose coins that go into a little mini canvas bag and then being sent off to its respective customers without somehow securing it is just bad. That's a bad decision. And as many times, or the few times, I've actually talked to the Mint to address this, they will not replace it. They will not. Once it's gone, it's gone. Because they'll tell folks like me, you need to take that up with your local post office and see what you can do. And guess what? No resolution whatsoever in any of this stuff. But those are kind of like my dirty laundry kind of things that I wanted to throw out there in this video. No, the US Mint does not conspire to send you the absolute shittiest quality coins in their lineup. Okay, I will give them that. They're not out to do that. They want to produce a white glove experience for every single guest to keep the customer service issues down to a minimum. They cannot afford just all of the just the whirlwind of flying hammers being tossed around and them getting pummeled by it. All right, they're done with that. And that's why they released that press release a few weeks ago about how they're trying to upgrade their servers and to eliminate the bot issue and to make it a more reasonable experience for folks like you and I that only spend like $100, $200, $300, you know, because, you know, we are the low people on the totem pole, but it's the smaller people that shoot out its cobwebs to other people that have never purchased from the Mint. and give them a good experience. They want to be able to you know, grow out the good in all of this than the bad, because bad news travels fast. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it. Sorry to keep you guys too long in this video. This is an even more important conversation to have, because we have some pretty nasty, really tight looking product coming out from the Mint. All right. The new Type 2 reverse Silver Eagle is waiting in the wings. Was that Tuesday or the following Tuesday? I don't know. I'm probably not ordering any of it. And then you have in August the release of the Morgan and Peace Dollar series of coins. So great time to talk about it. No, they will not cherry pick it. There are people with their tinfoil hats that continue to believe that that the low people on the totem pole get absolute good junk garbage coins. Now, my silver proof sets are absolutely dynamite. There's not a damn thing wrong with them. But you guys need to know this. All right. Feel free to buy if you're comfortable with the U.S. Mint. Stay away from this particular product. Like I had mentioned, it's just not worth it. You will lose out if things don't go your way. Either the quality of the coins when they reach you, or they will get lost in transit. But that's it. I'm Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. And I hope to see you on the next video. Coinaholics, we are discovering together. All right, you guys take care.